In years of growth, people in multiple Lexington neighborhoods tell us they are worried about the future of their trees.
As we first reported last week, homeowners have complained about contractors for Kentucky Utilities cutting down trees near power lines instead of trimming them. It's part of the company's recent policy aimed at making the system more reliable.
But many of you at home have called our newsroom wanting to know if this is necessary.
So WKYT's Garrett Weimer investigates the root of the issue and the policy that could forever alter the Lexington landscape.
When Catherine Graham and her family first moved in 3 years ago, one thing they loved most about the place were all the trees here.
We were just drawn to this area because it's just so peaceful. So to move here for that and to see all these trees about to disappear it's just really heartbreaking. It's really sad.
They know as the seasons change, so will this landscape, not from falling leaves, but from felled trees.
Yep, every tree you see will be gone, including even like our little 4-foot trees at the fence.
Next door,
they said every tree except for that cherry tree and this cherry tree, all these other ones throughout here are going to be cut down completely.
Adam Gray was told he'd have only 2 trees left standing by the time contractors for Kentucky Utilities finished in his yard.
If they do this in every single house throughout the neighborhood, it's going to feel like a different place. It just won't feel, it'll feel empty and barren. It's going to be like a tornado went through our backyard and just destroyed everything.
The Public Service Commission tells me they've gotten complaints, and a KU spokesman says they too have heard from upset customers.
It is tough. And it is frustrating for folks, and we understand that. So hopefully folks understand our perspective too.
The policy is part of KU's Transmission System Improvement Plan, and a trove of documents filed with state regulators outline what it means. As part of the plan, KU changed from what officials called just-in-time tree trimming based on quarterly inspections to a 5-year cycle of line clearing. It involves, quote, a significant amount of tree removal, which is initially more costly than other methods, but is expected to be more cost-effective long-term.
Before we were in more of a reactive mode, and now we're more proactive. We look at it like we've got to keep on this, and so that's how we have changed, and our enhancements are working.
Their policy shows trees that could reach a mature height of 15 feet will be removed, even if they aren't that tall now, and that's based off height from ground level, not clearance from the lines themselves.
But why are so many trees going to get the axe? Even ones, frankly, that aren't anywhere close to the lines overhead.
Well, that goes back to having access to the infrastructure and to be able to make sure that the crews who work on that infrastructure, those crews are safe. So there are a lot of factors.
Several neighborhoods have already had trees clear cut, and crews continue to move through town. Off Lakeshore Drive, neighbors here are imploring flexibility.
I think some of these trees that are very tall, if they're a threat to the lines, I understand. But the trees that are clearly not a threat and not going to be a problem in 20 years, I think that's overkill.
They're hoping for a little bit of nuance to be applied instead of an irreversible one-stump-fits-all solution.
We hear these folks. We hear our customers, and we understand. We understand the concerns that they have and the questions that they have. And so we are listening.
So should we expect some adjustments and some updates then on this?
Those adjustments and enhancements and changes could very well be possible, because we're going to try to do what we feel is the best way for our customers as a whole.
Neighbors say even if it's too late for their trees, they hope it isn't too late for others.
We're all a community together, and we're grateful for the services and the power that we get. But we need to work together and appreciate all the beautiful trees that Lexington has and the impact that they have.
In Lexington, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
In November of last year, the Urban County Council passed a resolution condemning KU's, quote, extreme and unilateral removal of trees that pose no immediate threat, end of quote. In July, threatening further regulations, Council asked Mayor Gorton to negotiate an agreement with KU about clear-cut trees. Mayor Gorton met with KU's new president today. Council members will meet with officials tomorrow.